Hi everyone, my name's Joe, and this is When in Rome. We connect travellers with local hosts to provide an authentic travel experience.
My life be like, yeah. Stranger. Still don't know. My life be like, yeah.
So we've all been there, right? Missold, Instagram-worthy locations which turn out to be overcrowded and overpriced tourist traps. This is something we all want to avoid. The problem is that to avoid this, we spend hours scrolling through review sites and travel blogs, cobbling together a plan and hoping what we've found is an authentic experience. We surveyed around 250 people in the UK and in China, and almost everyone said that the two biggest concerns they had with travelling is planning it and being ripped off. So what do people want from a holiday? Our research shows that people thought their last holiday was too touristy. People said that they would prefer a more local experience. This shows there's a demand for a product that enables people to have that more local experience. Introducing When in Rome. We've developed a platform where local hosts can upload detailed itineraries, which are then chosen by the traveller based on the traveller's personal interests. It also provides for the option for the traveller to use the services of the local to book the activities set out in that itinerary. Let me take you through the user journey. Once you've entered your details, you'll be presented with suggested itineraries. If you like the preview, you can then buy the full itinerary. So the full itinerary would cost £5 per day. For example, this 3-day itinerary would cost £15. Once you have the full itinerary, you'll be told what needs booking. You can then either book it yourself, or you can get the local host to book everything for you. Our missions. We give a voice to the local community. People are proud of where they're from. When in Rome gives people the opportunity to teach others about their culture, and it puts money back into local businesses. However, arguably, the most important mission is to provide that authentic experience. Drink where the locals drink, eat where the locals eat, do as the Romans do. So there's a few websites in this space, the closest being one called Via Hero. However, When in Rome differs because firstly, every person making the suggestion will be a local person. Secondly, it's a lot more affordable and you know what you're paying for before you pay for it. So how do we make money? We take 50% of all the full itinerary sales. We then charge a 10% service fee on top of any booked services provided by the local host. And there are future plans for a membership fee for local hosts to upload their itineraries. These are our revenue projections. Our costs would roughly be about $250,000 a year for 4 full-time employees, marketing and other overheads. This means there would be a shortfall in the first year. We would need to raise around $250,000 to cover our initial first-year costs. This would be done by selling a 15% share capital to angel investors through an SEIS rounds and through other channels. So marketing. Norfolk County Council already expressed interest in this idea after my first pitch, so we're looking forward to talking to them and other councils about providing local guides. We'll also market it through these other channels. This idea is scalable on a global level. Introducing our Chinese division, Rushang Sui Su. So people all over the world will be able to travel like a local. Thank you.
Norwich, thank you.
Thank you.
How does this compare to or differ from Airbnb, and now that they host experiences on there as well as accommodation?
So the difference would be the tailored. So everybody associates Airbnb with booking where you're staying. They don't associate it necessarily with those experiences. I think we can break into that market by providing those itineraries by the locals as opposed to sort of their AI recommended suggestions, much like other websites.
How are you going to attract and vet your experts?
So that is an initial first year issue, and it's why the growth in the first year would be a bit slower, because we would need to take time to make sure that the local people are who they say they are and the itineraries are real. Yeah.
And have you checked your pricing model with any potential experts or hosts? Would they be happy with the fees that you'd be looking to charge them?
Yeah, so we did some research about what customers would be prepared to pay for, and there was definitely that desire to offer that flexibility between buying a cheap itinerary that can be, it's not a one-off sale, it's a recurring revenue. So once that person uploads the itinerary, it can be sold multiple times, and then if that person wants to book, they can, but then it also has the potential for further revenue for that host.
Hi. In your presentation, you mentioned that you'd be looking to raise 250,000 for 15% of the company. Yeah. So that would mean an implied valuation of just over 1.7 million for the company right now. How did you guys come up with that number?
Well, we think in roughly 3 years' time it will be worth that. The initial figure was based on how much the cost would be, so we worked out the costs. And then we did research into what funding sources are available. We took advice on sort of what that trade-off would look like in terms of how much angel investors would invest and how much percentage we could give away. And we also looked at sort of funding such as Drive that would provide grants to startups based in the tourist industry.
Okay, thanks very much.
Cheers.